Hello, good morning, students. As before, we have completed the redox reaction, oxidation reaction, reduction, oxidizing agent. So, one review I am going to give you about the redox reaction. A reduction and oxidation takes place simultaneously in the reaction that is known as the redox reaction. Means is this, in oxidation, oxygen is present but the hydrogen loses. It means oxidation. In reduction, it loses oxygen but gains the hydrogen. It means it is a reduction. Oxidizing agent, the substance which oxidizes the other substance and get reduced. This is the oxidizing agent. In this one, the substance which reduces the other substance but itself goes oxidized. It is a reducing agent. Now, I am going to give some example here so that this is only a review. Like ZNO here, C is here. Now what will happen? Zn, it will come here Zn. O is not coming. It means O loses. Okay? O here loses. In this one C, O is coming on this one side. It means what will happen here? This forming as oxidation but this forming as reduction. Let's see here MnO2, O is here. O is not coming on this one side. O is coming on this one side. So this thing is take place as oxidation and our one thing is take place as reduction. So this is a redox reaction. So today we will start reactions types. Okay. So reactions types. First of all, we should know this thing. The reaction is of two types, exothermic and the endothermic reactions. The reaction in which heat is released means heat is coming out. In the formation of the product, any product is formed and the heat is coming out, that is known as a exothermic reaction. Right? So in this one what will happen? Calcium oxide plus water, it gives calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is also be said as slaked lime in the presence of heat. Fine. Second one, combustion. Combustion is also an exothermic. Combustion means burning of something. Burning of coal, burning of wood, burning of kerosene, petrol, diesel. That was an exothermic reaction. Okay. In this combustion, we are using the three examples. Carbon plus oxygen, it gives a carbon dioxide and heat is coming out. Methane is react with the oxygen. It forms carbon dioxide and the water. Heat is also coming out. Now in all things we are seeing this heat is coming out. Means in all these things the exothermic reactions takes place. Means heat is released. Here C4H10 with the presence of the oxygen from carbon dioxide, water and heat. Now next thing, this we have used a combustion. Next thing we are using as a respiration. In a respiration is also an exothermic reaction. In this one we are taking as a overall process by which oxygen is abstracted from air and transported to cells. In this one we are using as a glucose in the presence of the oxygen. Here oxygen we are telling as a air. What the thing is coming out? Coming out as carbon dioxide, water and heat is released. Okay, heat is also released. So this is the reactions of exothermic and endothermic. We are not using here endothermic, only we are using exothermic here. Why? Because the heat is released. We are releasing the heat and we are showing the examples also. Now our last topic of this chapter is effects of oxidation in everyday life. Now effects of oxidation in everyday life we are using as corrosion, rusting, galvanization, rancidity. Corrosion is you all know as from 8th standard we are doing. The process of conversion of metals into their undesirable compounds by the action of the compounds of air. Oxygen, moisture and other gases like SO2, H2S and SS are called corrosion. Rusting takes place. Corrosion means a starting of the rusting. Slow converting metal into undesirable compound. That was the corrosion. Rusting means when iron and iron articles are exposed to atmosphere as I have given the example in 9th class also. Very easy examples I have given to you. So same examples, we are same thing, it is rusting. It means in the presence of oxygen, in the presence of water, in the presence of sunlight, if any metal is putting outside, slowly that metal corrode, and that metal is corrode, it changes into the reddish brown color. Okay, so it is called as rust. Okay, if fully iron rust, it means it is said to be a rusting. Rust is mainly hydrated iron third oxide. In a chemistry language we are using here Fe2O3xH2O. Okay, so rust is a non-sticking substance and it falls off the surface, exposing new surface for rusting. And one time come, when a rusting start, it will take a full metal, and full metal is lost. It means when a full metal is lost, the galvanization process start, and there is no any process we can save that metal. Okay, so this thing is fully known as the rusting. Now one point of the galvanization, like if a metal is putting it outside and we are putting a grease or we are putting any other oil or any thick paint we are putting, by that paint, if a rain is come, heat is there, sunlight is there, there will be no effect of metal on metal. It means that was the galvanization. Sometimes we are putting a layer of zinc also, then also it will not take, rust will not take place. Now next is rancidity. Rancid word is taken from the ranidus, Latin word it is. It means it was an unpleasant smell or taste. Unpleasant smell or taste means when a bread is sour and when we are making a chapati with that flour, and that flour is, some smell is, in summer time it is fully bad and smell is coming. That means rancidity. When food item cooked in oil, fats are exposed and protect their unpleasant smell or taste and become rancid. This phenomena is known as the rancidity. In this thing means two things are possible. It has taken from the Latin word ranidus. It is having an unpleasant smell. It means it is not good in taste. Okay, it is not good in taste. When a thing which is not good in taste and not like, it means we are have feeling when we are smelling it, it feel a sour taste. That was the rancidity. Right? After the rancidity, we are using the methods to prevent rancidity. Some methods are there. First method is antioxidant. Antioxidant, vitamin C, vitamin A, these things we are, vitamin C, E, these things we are adding, containing oils and fats, then also rancidity will not take place. By keeping food items at low temperature, food items sometimes we are taking at low temperature, okay, then also rancidity will not take place. Vacuum packing, like the food is coming from the outside, it tightly packed and put it in a container, like pickles we are making and put it in a container. Vacuum packing, rancidity will not take place. Replacing air by nitrogen, small children are using a kurkure and these all things they are using. In this one the nitrogen gas is there. Okay, that's why they are, if in this one nitrogen gas is there, that's why they are not when we are eating after many days, then also smell is not coming because of the rancidity is not taking place. Okay, here it has given also plastic bag containing potato chips are flushed with nitrogen before sealed to prevent them from oxidation. If in this one oxidation will come, then what will happen? It means rancidity will take place. These are the methods to prevent the rancidity. Now again I am going to tell you that what are the things you have to write down in your copy. So I'll see here, write down it properly. Okay, exothermic reactions, effects in oxidation in everyday life, rusting, rancidity, corrosion, and the last one topic, methods to prevent rancidity. These things you can write in your copy, and by these things a chapter is finished. Thank you and have a nice day.